Hey, what's up, y'all? Today's going to be a little bit different. I want to talk about a place that I'm very fond of, a place that is very near to the United States, and this place is called Haiti. That's what we all know it as, but natives of that piece of land, that island, they pronounce it a little bit different. Haiti, you don't pronounce the H. So I want to, out of respect, try to pronounce it the right way. As many of you may or may not have heard, there has been a lot of civil and political unrest in that country because the president was just assassinated a few days ago. His assassination was carried out by approximately 30 Colombian mercenaries. And, there are ties to the United States, there's ties to Haiti in terms of the implication of who was behind this. Um, you know, Haiti has had unrest for a very long time. Politically, they've been unstable. Their economy is not where it should be. The living standards are subpar for what we would consider appropriate, which is interesting because these are very close neighbors to us. To get to Haiti is not far. It takes about maybe 45 minutes to an hour flight from Miami. I know I've been. And the island is absolutely beautiful. It wasn't what I expected prior to going. When you think of Haiti, you think of a dusty third world country, but it's not. It has its ravished parts, but honestly, I've seen just as bad poverty here in California, maybe even worse than what I've seen there in Haiti. So, but the beauty that I've seen there is absolutely mind blowing. We had access to a few islands that are kind of private, and the ocean, the water is crystal clear. It's not even blue; it's just clear. It's really amazing. The people are incredible. The spirit of the people of Haiti is something that I really admire. For those who don't know, Haiti, when it came to the days of slavery, Haiti, the people of Haiti, the people that were brought from Africa and brought to Haiti and enslaved there, out of all people in the quote unquote New World, enslaved blacks, they're the only ones that actually had a successful slave revolt and legit revolution, a successful one. There were many attempted revolts, especially in like Jamaica had a lot, all over the Caribbean and here in the United States. However, Haiti had the only successful one, and they got their own independence. They fought for their own independence. That is a story that's not often told in school books, which is weird. Actually, it's egregious, because United States fought for their independence, for their freedom from Great Britain. So I would think that they would support people fighting for liberation, or we would celebrate that and talk about that, especially the fact that these are our neighbors. And the economy is not stable there. It's so when we were there, we're driving around, I'm like, yo, where's the roads? You don't see roads, you don't experience roads, no hospitals, the infrastructure is non-existent. These are our neighbors. They're not that far from us, and it's not their faults that they're in this predicament. Now, think about it. Let me unpack it a little bit. You bring people from across the planet, right? Across the Atlantic Ocean, West Africa, bring them all the way to this particular region, and you force them to work, aka slavery, right? And it made France very wealthy. Uh, they were exporting tobacco, no, I'm sorry, sugarcane and coffee. The biggest exports of sugarcane was coming out of Haiti, right? Lots of natural resources there. You're violently forcing people to work for free, right? These people said, yo, enough is enough. And they fought for their independence, for their freedom, right? And they got it. They successfully obtained it. So France retreated. France came back with warships, something that Haiti did not have at the time. Cannons aimed. Like, look, we're willing to do another war. We want to go to battle again because we want this land back. But you can pay us and we'll go away. So in order for France to leave them alone and give recognition to Haiti as its own sovereign republic, they demanded payment of 150 million francs. In addition to the payment, check this out, this is crazy. France also demanded that Haiti provide a 50%, not a 5%, but a 50% discount tax on all goods exported to them. So, that made the payment that much more difficult. 50%, right? This is literally extortion, literally legal extortion. Now, when you translate the francs, the 150 million francs to US dollars, I believe in 2004 or 5, they said that would be the equivalent to $21 billion. All right, so they had 30 years to pay off pretty much 20-something billion dollars. This is why Haiti has never had the opportunity to build wealth for themselves, because they had to pay to be free. Can you let's wrap our heads around that for a minute. Let's say I take you and enslave you and make you work for me, and the work you're doing is making me very wealthy. You get fed up after, this is generations of this happening, right? Your great grandkids like, you know what? Fuck this. This got to stop and fight me for freedom and get it. I have to retreat. I'll come back with my squad ready to fight again. You're weary from the battle. You don't have the resources that I have. I went to my family, my friends, everybody got all the guns, all the artillery, everything. Like, all right, I want this land back. But if you can't give it to me, if you don't want to give it to me, you could pay me. I don't think that anybody can justify France's actions. And to make matters worse, United States, I believe, bought the debt from France, and Haiti had to pay United States as well at a certain point to really squash the debt, and they eventually did, but they shouldn't have to have done that. And for us, United States, we're supposed to be the global leaders, like the highest of moral compasses and ethics, right? We shouldn't be okay with that, right? So, when people say people will get upset when people mention things like reparations and slavery, so long ago. But listen, a lot of people's wealth has been built on the backs of other people's labor unjustly, right? And in a situation like with Haiti, when they fought for their liberation, just like the United States did, and got it, and they still had to pay, people benefited from that, It's not right. And it's not right for us to be so close and really have no inclination with helping this nation. It's beautiful people there. Survivors, warriors, people with that warrior spirit. This is one of the only places where Africans out of the diaspora or blacks from the diaspora have a real meaningful connection to where they came from, to Africa, with some of the languages, the dialects, religion. They was able to hide, kind of mask the voodoo religion with some Catholicism so that they can keep practicing it. That's from Africa, and voodoo's not evil. People try to make these things out to be evil or negative, and it's not. It's just another religion, right? There's plenty of things that could be pointed out of every religion that's evil, that is evil, like really bad things that they condone in certain religious texts. But we're not going to get into that today. I just want, you know, the assassination of the president of Haiti. I don't know why it happened. I couldn't tell you. There's a lot of conspiracies being thrown around, but I know that Haiti, there's a lot of corruption there. And when you have, listen, just like the United States, places where crime is pervasive is places that are impoverished. When you have a poverty in a certain place or a situation, nothing but like perverse actions happen around that, you know? People are not inherently corrupt or bad, but what do you do when you have there's a huge power vacuum, there's no stability, and there's no money? People do weird shit. A lot of weird shit going on there, and it's really fucked up. And my heart goes out to the people of Haiti. I have a lot of really good friends from there that are here, that they love their land, you know, and I'm with them. I stand shoulder to shoulder with them with this fight. To whatever I could do to help the people in Haiti, I'm with it. And I just wanted to really do this video just to bring light to something that's, you know, that's happening somewhere that's not far from you. This could be a vacation destination. It's that beautiful. Like when I went, when me and my friends went, we had the time of our lives. That was legit the best trip that I've ever been on. No cap. So, and I've been around the world. That was the best trip that I've ever been on. Okay. So just be mindful of things around you that's going on in the world. Yeah, none of us can just save the world or fix everything. That's not what I'm trying to do. But things that I do feel like we can have some kind of impact on, I do want to talk about it. And I know there's a lot of shit going on, like with Cuba right now. And I'm not as versed with everything going on, but I try to touch on it and see what's going on and understand. But I'm only one person. And I've been there, I know a good portion of the history. I've seen some of the most beautiful architecture I've ever seen in my life. And it sucks that I never seen this in my school history books, like King Christoph's palace. It looked like something that you would think was in Rome or Greece, right? Something that could be on the front of money. I've seen the Citadel, which was a fortress built in a mountain with very strategic vantage points to where it was damn near impossible for them to get invaded, with cannons on either side, to where if they ever did get taken over that Citadel, they would destroy it from the outside, and cannons aimed at those cannons down there. So if anyone ever got that close, they would destroy that. The enemy had to come in a valley from down low. Like it was just brilliant. And we hiked up it, and it was a hard hike. And to think that these people carry resources up there with no trucks, no machinery, and built this fortress in a mountain. Why is this not in your history books? Y'all should be mad about that. There's so much beautiful history right around you that you don't even know exists, because for whatever reason, certain people's achievements are not talked about, right? You know, I think we can get into that on another video if y'all want me to get into that stuff. But you know, rich history of warriors, of fighters, of people who have that shit, give me freedom or give me death spirit. And I think that's a spirit that we should all embody. That's how I live. So anyway, just wanted to shine some light on the subject. I don't know everything about it. I'm not a historian, as y'all can tell, but I do my research, and I have friends from there, and I've been there. So I wanted to shine light on it. There's a lot of civil and political unrest. It's really volatile in that area right now, and it's sad. And these are your neighbors. They're not far from you. These are great people. So just tap in, read up on it, talk about it, have some discussions. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I'm asking. So I guess my desired outcome of doing this video was just to shine light on something that's fucking crazy that's happening. An assassination of a president who, I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but typically the good guys get assassinated, right? That's what happens here. He's been assassinated. The guy that is now the interim president, The president didn't want him to be the interim president, but now he's the interim president, and I don't know how I feel about that. It's some wild shit, and it's unfortunate for the people of Haiti because now they're like captives in their own on their land and their homes, which really is sad. We were just there, just there. So anyway, it could have happened to any of us. We're not better than them because we're born here. Wherever you're born, that's by luck. You're not qualified to be anything. So just keep that in mind, man. Like, people are fortunate. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Maybe I do another. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to go more into depth on the history of Haiti. I'll do that because it's a wild history, wild story, and it's fucking incredible. All right, so shout out to all my people from Haiti, Sac Passe, and I'll let y'all next time. Peace.